Do you ever feel like your life is always full, not just of stuff, but also of unfinished tasks in your head, pent up emotions, and a tired spirit? In fact, to declutter, you don't need to make big changes or plan your entire day. Sometimes just one small habit repeated regularly can make a big difference. In this video, I'll share with you 14 small but effective habits that can help lighten your home, mind, and spirit. These aren't far-fetched theories. They're things I've tried and found effective in my daily life. Watch the whole video and pick at least one habit to start today. Now let's get started with 5 small habits that will help you keep your home tidy without feeling overwhelmed. Habit number 1 is decluttering one small space in just 15 minutes a day. Instead of waiting until the house is a complete mess and then forcing yourself into a full-blown cleaning spree, try this: set a timer for 15 minutes and reset just one small area. It could be the dining table, the kitchen counter, the sofa, wherever things tend to pile up. I usually do this right after dinner. I put away scattered toys, wipe surfaces, quickly fluff the cushions, and bring the space back to visibly calm. Not perfect, just enough to breathe easier. Doing this daily keeps the chaos from snowballing. One small win a day is enough to remind you your home isn't out of control, and neither are you. Habit number 2 is declutter one drawer a week. I used to think cleaning the house meant clearing out every shelf, taking out every trash can, and spending the weekend sorting through the clutter. Just thinking about it made me want to slam the door and pretend it didn't exist. Then I tried something simpler: one drawer a week. Just one. It could be the spice drawer, the bathroom cabinet, or the medicine cabinet. I would empty it, throw out anything expired or useless, wipe it down, and leave only the essentials. Do this every week, and by the end of the year, that's 50 small victories, nothing overwhelming. And if you want to go further, I recommend you watch our next video, How to Declutter 50% of Your Stuff. There you will find specific ways to free up half of the stuff that's taking up space in your home, and trust me, the relief is worth it. Habit number 3 is don't do laundry if you don't have time to fold it. For a while, our home had this strange pattern. The laundry would always be clean but never put away. Fresh clothes sat on the couch, draped over chairs, piled in baskets, waiting to be folded when we had time. And somehow that time never came. The clean laundry became its own kind of clutter, quietly taking over corners, making the house feel undone, even when the work was technically halfway done. So we made one rule: don't do laundry if you don't have time to fold it. That means wash, dry, fold, and put away all in one go. Sometimes it means delaying a load by a few hours, or even until tomorrow. But it also means no more mystery piles and no more silent to-dos haunting the living room. Habit number 4 is end the day with a clean kitchen. Do you ever feel like you're waking up to a messy kitchen? Dishes still in the sink, crumbs on the counter, pots and pans sitting in cold water. It all sets the tone before the day even begins. It's like you're already behind before you've even had your coffee. I used to save tomorrow. Just one night, I told myself. But then one night became a rhythm, and that rhythm made the mornings feel heavy. So I started treating the last 10 minutes of the evening as a gentle reset. I washed the dishes, wiped down the counters, took out the trash if necessary. Nothing fancy, just enough to get the space basically clean. Now when I walk into the kitchen in the morning, it feels like an invitation, not a burden. The coffee tastes better. The day starts more quietly, and one less thing that demands your energy before you're ready to commit. Habit number 5 is make your bed every morning. Many people think that making your bed is a small thing, something they have too much time to do, but in fact, it is like a kind gesture that you do for yourself at the beginning of the day. It only takes less than 3 minutes pulling the blanket back, straightening the pillows, but it makes the room look completely different. And for me, it is a kind of marker a new day has begun. I have done the first thing. Even if the whole day revolves around 100 things, at least I have started the morning with an intentional action. So we have finished exploring the first part. Now let's move on to the next part, which is 4 daily habits that help you relax your mind without having to think too much. Habit number 6 is keep a running list on your phone. There are days when I feel mentally exhausted, not because there's so much to do, but because I'm trying to remember everything. Buy dish soap, call mom, check my kids' schedule. Little things pile up in my head, remembering one thing and forgetting another. So I started doing something simple, writing it all down. Every little thing, every reminder right into my phone, waiting for it to ring and then doing it. Since then, I've felt so much lighter. My mind doesn't have to carry everything around anymore. And I actually get more done because I'm not constantly forgetting what I was going to do. It's a small habit, but it's made a big difference in my sense of peace every day. Habit number 7 is delete a few digital files every day. My phone and laptop used to be as cluttered as my house, unnecessary screenshots, old downloads, dozens of unopened emails. Every time I opened a folder, I saw more clutter, and it filled up my device and slowed it down. So I started small. Delete every day. Maybe a few emails, a screenshot I didn't even remember taking, or an old PDF from 2021, that's it. Now my digital space is cleaner. I no longer feel overwhelmed when I open my inbox. It takes less than a minute, but it gives me a sense of control without having to do a massive cleanup. Best of all, it makes my device run better without being swamped by notifications. Small actions like this help you feel less overwhelmed. It's just a tap away. Habit number 8 is no scrolling for the first 30 minutes of your day. Do you wake up and immediately pick up your phone, checking messages, news, and social media before you even get out of bed? It may seem harmless, but the truth is that mindlessly scrolling through your newsfeed stresses your mind before the day even begins, negatively affecting your mood and reducing your ability to focus. So I made a change. I don't check my phone for the first 30 minutes. Instead, I stretch, make coffee, maybe write a few lines in my journal, or just sit quietly. It's about me, not the outside world. Protecting those first few minutes of your day will help your mind relax, and that will set the tone for everything that follows. Habit number 9 is track your spending regularly. For a long time, I didn't really know where my money went. I wasn't spending recklessly, but at the end of every month, I always felt confused and a little anxious. Why did everything feel so tight even when I thought I was being careful? So I created a new habit, a simple monthly money check-in. At the end of each month, I make a cup of tea, open my banking app, and write down the basics, how much came in, where it went, and which part was essential versus non-essential. Once I started looking at it this way, the picture became clear. Groceries and bills were fine, but I also noticed little leaks, subscriptions I didn't use anymore. Too many takeout meals or impulse buys I didn't even remember. The shift wasn't about restricting myself. It was about being aware. And with that awareness, I began making better choices. I still spend on things I enjoy, but I do it with intention, not by accident. Now let's move on to 2 habits to feel lighter and more confident in yourself. Habit number 10 is wear clothes that actually fit you now. Have you ever had a closet full of clothes but still complained every morning that you had nothing to wear? The reason is usually not a lack of clothes, but too many items that no longer fit. Clothes that are too tight after a weight change, a dress that used to be cute but is no longer comfortable to wear, or old clothes that you keep with the hope that you might wear it again. In fact, they only make it more confusing for you to choose clothes every day. The solution is simple. Be honest with yourself. If something no longer fits or makes you feel comfortable, feel free to throw it away, donate it, or donate it to someone else. When you only have clothes in your closet that make you feel confident and comfortable, choosing clothes in the morning will be much faster. And more importantly, you start the day feeling comfortable and confident instead of feeling uncomfortable the moment you step out of the room. Habit number 11 is do the thing you've been avoiding. There are things you know will only take a few minutes, but you put them off for weeks or even months. For example, making a phone call to schedule an appointment, sending an email back, or clearing out a stack of papers. Every time you think about it, you sigh and avoid it. But it's that procrastination that's wearing you out because your head keeps repeating, I haven't done it yet. The solution is simple. Pick the one thing you've been avoiding for the longest time and do it today. Often when you do it, you'll find it's not as hard or as taxing as you thought. The feeling afterward is great, like a boulder has been lifted from your mind. And often, once you've tackled one thing you've been putting off, you'll have more energy to move on to something easier. Next are 3 small habits that can help calm your mind that you can try. Habit number 12 is take 5 minutes each day to pause. Instead of letting your day pass by in a whirlwind of noise and one task after another, try taking 5 minutes to be truly still. You can pray, meditate, write in a journal, or simply take a few deep breaths in silence. This pause is like a little reset button for your mind and spirit. When you give yourself a chance to pause, you'll find your mind becomes less tense, your pace slows down, and you'll have more energy to continue your day. With persistence, you'll find yourself feeling calmer, thinking more clearly, and less overwhelmed by small pressures. Habit number 13 is end your day with gratitude. Before you go to bed, write down 5 things you're grateful for from the day. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be a delicious meal, a sweet note, or just a few minutes of quiet time to yourself. When you focus on the positive, you allow your mind to let go of the heavy stuff. Ending your day with gratitude helps you go to bed with peace, sleep more deeply, and wake up feeling more positive in the morning. It's a simple way to clean up your emotions every day. Habit number 14 is create a weekly reset moment. Every week, choose a ritual to refresh your space and your mood. It could be Monday morning or Sunday afternoon, depending on your lifestyle. Just a few small resets like changing your bed sheets, prepping a few meals, or reviewing your plans for the coming week. These small things will help you feel like you're rebooting your space and your spirit. This way, you don't start the week in chaos, but with initiative, clarity, and direction. A simple habit that will help you feel lighter and more in control of your life. So there you have it. These little habits that will help you declutter your space, your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. They sound simple, but when you repeat them every day, you will see your life change naturally. You don't have to start with all of them. Just pick one that works for you and try it today. It's not about speed, it's about consistency, small steps, small corners to find peace in your own home. And if you want to go further, I recommend you watch our next video, How to Declutter 50% of Your Stuff. There you will find specific ways to free up half of the stuff that's taking up space in your home. And trust me, the relief is worth it. See you in the next video.